Proceed.
My question is to Jagmeet. I believe it's important that people know where we stand on key issues, and I want to ask you about your stand on the sex education curriculum in Ontario. You described it as a, quote, disrespectful to parents, unquote, and, quote, that it must respect the diversity of beliefs when it comes to educating our children, unquote. That's the kind of language I expect from Conservatives. Why did you take this position on sex ed when it was strongly supported by the LGBTQ community?
Thank you for the question. As Deputy Leader of the province, I repeatedly endorsed the curriculum as well as the reasons for it. I was very vocal in supporting it. But one of the things that's really shameful to me is when a government comes forward with policies and doesn't provide information to racialized communities. It was disrespectful in terms of not providing information in different languages. And I was at a number of rallies where the right was allowed to spread all sorts of misinformation because the government failed to heed when I asked them to come and provide clarification.
So, Jagmeet, I entered politics because of the issue of same-sex marriage. Our NDP MP was against it, and I stood up against those that would have imposed their views on our society. But you called the sex ed curriculum, quote, disrespectful to the diversity of beliefs. What beliefs come ahead of the needs of our children, particularly so many kids that are discriminated against because of their gender identity and sexual orientation? And how can we trust that you're not going to take a position like that again?
So I absolutely support the improvement to the sex ed curriculum. It provides so much needed information. I fully endorsed it repeatedly. But what I do find that's offensive is a government, again, that didn't provide information to people in their language, that didn't provide all the amazing evidence that supports the much needed changes. That was offensive to me. That's something that I continue to think is offensive. Government should provide the rationale for it when there's so much evidence that supports the needed changes. I'm someone that firmly supports the right